everyone, so today's video is going to be a Sephora VIB sale recommendations, and every year I do obviously watch a couple of these videos and I feel like they're really helpful when I'm trying to decide what products I want to purchase during the sale. So I thought it would be fun to give my recommendations and just tell you guys about some of my favorite products from Sephora. So I'm also going to be filming a Sephora wish list or a VIB sale wish list that's going to go up tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But let's just go ahead and get right into it. So the first one is the Ilia Color Haze Multi-Use Pigment. Now this is a liquid blush. It could be used on the eyes or lips as well. So I like these kind of multi-use products. I pretty much only use it on my cheeks, but I've never tried it really on my lips or eyes, so that could be really pretty as well, especially if you love these kind of multi-use products and you're more minimalistic with your makeup and like to use one product for pretty much your whole face. So I really love this blush, and mine is in the shade Before Today, and it just gives a really pretty cool toned pinky flush to the cheeks. And I also find this formula really easy to work with, and it blends out super easily. It also wears really well as well, so I do really enjoy this, and this is one of my favorite liquid blushes. And again, this Ilia is a clean beauty brand, so I have been wanting to try out more clean beauty brands. So if you're looking for good products from clean beauty brands, I would definitely recommend this one. Next is a little set from Nudestix, and this set has been available for a pretty long time, but you get 3 of their cream cheek products for $25. So I find that is a pretty good deal, especially if you're wanting to try out Nudestix without having to purchase a full-size blush for like $38. And it's a good way to try a few of their shades out without having to spend so much money. So if you've been wanting to try out Nudestix, I definitely would recommend this little set. That was kind of why I purchased these in the first place, because I really wanted to try Nudestix, but I didn't want to spend all that money just for one blush, and then I didn't really know if I liked the shade. So in this set comes a highlighter in the shade Hey Honey, which is a little bit deeper and like too deep for my skin tone, especially in the winter time. I can pull it off in the summer, but I would more recommend this set if you have like a medium to deeper skin tone, because especially if you have a really pale to light skin tone, this most likely will not work for you. So that's kind of sad, but I do really love these other 2 blush colors, and these 2 blushes I think would look beautiful on pretty much any skin tone. So one of them is in Sweet Peach Peony, and this is one of their more glowy formulas, so you do also get to try kind of 3 different types of their products, because there's a glowy blush formula and also a matte blush formula. So the downside to this is these are very small, so this is pretty much all the product you get in these, which is really nothing, but I guess it is a really good way to just try them out without spending so much money. But I have used this a couple times. I do really like the formula, and obviously it's more glowy than the other matte blushes, but the other blush is in the shade Sunkissed, and this is by far my favorite one in this little set. This is the kind of everyday shade I love to wear. It's more of that warm toned brown shade, so this is by far my favorite one, and the one that I would consider purchasing in a full size. But I also think that these aren't necessarily worth the money. So I mean, I do enjoy these. There's nothing wrong with them. I really love them and I enjoy using them. I just think you can get better products, or not better, but just as good products for cheaper. So this is just kind of a recommendation if you were already looking to try some of the Nudestix cheek products. But another brand or product, a more luxury brand that I really love, are these Hourglass blushes and bronzers. So they do have, obviously every year they release their holiday face palettes, so I was debating buying one of those, but I ended up purchasing just 2 of their mini sizes in the shades that I actually wanted the most. So their face palettes are very expensive, especially for what you get, because the size of them is pretty small. So I figured to just buy 2 of their mini sizes, which are still pretty expensive, but I find that it's better to spend like around $24 instead of like $40, at least to try them out. And I find that I never really go through blushes or bronzers anyways, since I have such a big collection. But the first one is in the shade Mood Exposure, and this is one of their blushes, and this is probably the shade I was looking forward to trying the most. And it's just a really beautiful everyday shade, and it does have one of their like highlighting finishing powders running through it, so it gives a really nice, beautiful, luminous, like glow from within look to the skin. It just looks so beautiful, and I really wish these weren't worth the hype because they are so expensive, but I do really love these products. So the other one is in the shade Luminous Bronze Light, which is one of their bronzers, and again, this was another one of the products that I was most looking forward to trying, and I do really love it. I like a luminous finish to the skin, so if you like pretty matte products, you definitely wouldn't like these. But even then, these aren't too glowy. They just give a really nice natural finish to the skin. So I think these are just so beautiful. Even though they are really expensive, I would recommend getting them, especially during the sale. Now, another one of my favorite cheek products is from COSSIS. This is the Color and Light Cream in the shade Tropic Equinox. So this comes with a blush and a highlighter, and this is a cream. So this highlighter is really beautiful. It just gives a really natural, beautiful glow to the skin. And this blush shade is really pretty as well. This is the kind of blush shade I really love for every day. It's just that nice warm toned, almost orangey brown blush. But I really love this duo. They do have other shades in this, and they also have like a more pigmented version in all of their shades. So if you have a deeper skin tone, I would recommend getting the more intense version. I forget exactly what it's called, but they do have, I believe, 3 shades in this. So depending on if you like a more peachy blush, or they also have a really pink one, so you can kind of pick which one you prefer. But I have heard that the highlighters in 2 of them are pretty similar. But yeah, I don't know if I'll end up purchasing more in the future. I'm kind of interested in the more pink, brighter one, but yeah, I do really love this. This is one of my favorite cream formulas, so I would definitely recommend picking this up during the sale because it is a more expensive product. And then I have some lip products from Fenty. The first one is the Fenty Gloss Bombs. This one is in the shade Hot Chocolate, and this is my favorite shade, but specifically I was going to recommend picking up the Glossy Posse set that comes with 4. So each year they release a holiday set with the deluxe size samples of their glosses, and this year there are 4 brand new shades. So I don't think I will be picking that one up, but if you don't have any of the Gloss Bomb glosses and you're interested in trying them, I would definitely recommend that set because I got the deluxe size sample set last year, and that's the only 5 Gloss Bombs that I have, and I really love these shades that it came with. This year's set has a lot more like nude shades, so I feel like this set would be even better if you like more of those nude everyday shades. So I feel like a lot more people would prefer this year's set anyways, but I do really love these. These are probably my favorite gloss formula. So if you're looking to try out the Gloss Bombs, I would definitely recommend that set. And then another product from Fenty is their Mademoiselle Plush matte lipsticks. Is that what they're called? And this one is in the shade Single. So this is a really pretty, more warm toned shade. I have swatches on my hand from the video I filmed before, but let me swatch this for you. So it's a really pretty, more matte formula, but it doesn't feel super drying on the lips. It almost feels not hydrating, but I don't know, it feels like you almost have nothing on your lips, but these are also super long wearing. So if you like that matte look, but you don't like that dry feeling, and you want a lipstick that stays on for a pretty long time, these are pretty long wearing, especially considering that they are not like a super drying formula. So they are super comfortable on the lips, and they are also pretty matte. So this is probably one of my like favorite matte lipstick kind of formulas. So I would definitely recommend picking up either of these, especially the Gloss Bomb set during the sale. Now we're getting into some eyeshadows. So the first brand or kind of formula that I have to recommend is Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I couldn't not mention this. But so I have the Soft Glam palette, which obviously is just exactly what it says, a soft glam palette. So if you love everyday shadows and you're looking for a good everyday palette that kind of has just everything you need in it to create a natural everyday look, I would definitely recommend this. You can also like create a deeper look, like a deeper smoky nighttime look if you wanted to as well. But you can create so many beautiful looks with this, and it has just every neutral tone you need in here. Also, if you want a more colorful sort of palette, I would definitely recommend the Norvina palette. This is one of my favorites, and it has more pinky and purple tones. So especially if you like those types of tones, I would definitely recommend this eyeshadow palette. And Anastasia is one of my favorite eyeshadow formulas. My absolute favorite palette from them is the Jackie Aina palette, which sadly is discontinued, so that is why I didn't really include it in this video. But just the Anastasia shadows in general are some of my favorites, so I would definitely recommend picking these up during the sale if you're interested in any of the Anastasia palettes. But for the holidays, they did come out with a Soft Glam 2 palette, which is a mini condensed version of the Soft Glam palette. So instead of 14 shades, they condensed it down to 8 shades. So if you're looking for a more small, compact, everyday palette, I would definitely recommend picking up that for the holidays. If you prefer smaller palettes and you just want a everyday go-to palette, I would definitely recommend that one. I mean, I haven't tried it out, but I'm assuming it's the same formula. And then another eyeshadow or brand that I have to talk about is Natasha Denona, specifically their mini 5-pan palettes. And during the sale, it would also be a good time to pick up if you're interested in one of their bigger palettes. But if you're wanting to just try out Natasha Denona without having to spend like $65 to $129, I would definitely recommend these mini palettes with just 5 shades in them, because it's a really good way to try out the Natasha Denona formula without breaking your bank. So the palette that I have from her is the Mini Sunset, and I really want to get more of her 5-pan shadows, but this is the only one I have for now. And I do also have one of her midi sized palettes. I have Sunrise, so I really love her formula, and both of these both the Natasha Denona palettes that I have. So especially during the sale, I would recommend picking one of these up so you can get it at an even more discounted price, especially if you're already interested in trying some Natasha Denona products. And then lastly, I have sort of some skincare, less makeup-y products. So the first one is the Lineage Lip Sleeping Mask, and this is like 3/4 of the way gone. I use this every single night on my lips, obviously, but I have the shade, or the scent, flavor, whatever you want to call it, vanilla, and I really like this, especially for bedtime, because it's kind of a more calming smell. But they have a bunch of different flavors or scents of this, but they also have a little set they came out with for the holidays, which includes one full size of their lip sleeping mask, but also 2 mini sizes. So it would be a really good idea, especially if you wanted to try out the Lineage lip sleeping mask, to get that set and maybe even give those mini sizes away to friends or family for little gifts or like little stocking stuffers. I think that would be really cute. But I believe that set is $30, and individually these are $22. So they're on kind of the more pricey side. So I would definitely recommend picking these up during the sale if you were interested in trying the Lineage sleeping masks. And then lastly, I have one skincare brand to talk about, and that is The Ordinary. So already The Ordinary products are super inexpensive, so even if there wasn't a sale going on, I would still recommend these. But I do have 4 of their products, and I actually finished off their toning product, which I do want to repurchase. I forget exactly what it's called, but it's the toner that I've been using for the past probably like about a year. But one of the products that I have from them is the AHA 30% plus BHA 2% peeling solution. So this is a face mask and it's basically like a chemical exfoliant. I'm not an expert or anything at skincare. I don't really know much about skincare, but I find that The Ordinary has a really good system. Basically, their products are so inexpensive because their products are like 100% pure, like whatever the product is. That doesn't even make sense. But like this is 100% plant-derived squalene, so that is why it is so cheap, because they're not blending together all of the ingredients for you. It's just 100% this ingredient, or at least I think most of their products are 100% like the one ingredient. So I think that's why they're so inexpensive. I'm not anywhere near a skincare expert. I don't know too much about skincare, but this AHA peeling solution is really good for a chemical exfoliant. It is pretty strong, so you're not supposed to leave this on for any longer than 10 minutes. And if you have really sensitive skin, I probably wouldn't recommend this, or I would probably just recommend leaving it on for a couple minutes. And once your skin starts to burn, that's not good. Definitely wash it off. Or maybe if you have sensitive skin, just do like a patch test before you apply it to your face. But I do really enjoy this as a chemical exfoliant. And then I did purchase their 100% plant-derived squalene. So this is a oil, and basically squalene is the oil that your face naturally produces. I believe, again, I'm nowhere near an expert and don't know too much about skincare, but I basically just use this as my everyday like facial moisturizing kind of oil. Usually I'll use it at night after I do all my other skincare as a final like hydrating step. And I don't have too much of this left. I do want to purchase their 100% rosehip seed oil after I finish this, because I've heard that's supposed to be really good for your skin. But I also purchased their they have little sets on the website. If you go on their actual website, it's actually very informative and tells you the exact products, what products you aren't supposed to mix together, and exactly what the products are for and when to use them and all of that good stuff. So if you're interested in like learning more about this or about skincare and The Ordinary, I would definitely recommend going to their website and checking that out, because these products, honestly, I don't know exactly what they do. Again, I'm nowhere near an expert, but I did get the no-brainer set. So it's just kind of a set that comes with the 3 products you need for like a fully versed skincare routine. But the first product that I use for my nighttime skincare is the Buffet serum. So this one is a little bit more expensive because it's the Buffet. So this is a bunch of ingredients mixed together, but this says multi-technology peptide serum. So honestly, I don't know exactly what this does, but I do apply it to my face, and I have noticed in the past couple weeks of me using these few products, I have noticed my skin just being a little bit more clear. My pores are clearer and almost like smaller, and my face just looks a lot more healthy. So the second step in my skincare routine is the Granactive Retinoid 2% emulsion. So this is a retinoid product, obviously, and I know retinol is supposed to be good for your skin. Again, I don't know exactly what it does. I believe it helps with aging and stuff like that, but I have noticed a difference with using these two in combination. And the no-brainer set also came with a moisturizing, like just a face moisturizer. So I haven't started using that yet because I'm just trying to finish off some other face moisturizers that I have in my collection. But even with just using these two products, I have noticed a big difference. So I would definitely recommend checking out The Ordinary if you're interested in trying some new skincare. And also, these are really cheap and they're really good quality products. So if you're looking for more inexpensive skincare, I would definitely recommend checking these out. But anyways, that is it for all of my recommendations for the Sephora VIB sale. Let me know down below in the comments what you plan on picking up, because I would really love to know, and I love chatting with you guys in the comments. So if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I do post new videos 3 to 4 times a week. So if you want to see more from me, make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notified every time I post. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.